All right. Hi, everyone. So my name is Pablo. I'm the founder of Moondao. So Moondao started as a crowd raise to send someone to space. Simple as that. It really didn't have kind of a really big picture idea of what the goal would be long term. Really, it was a fun thing. We wanted to send someone to space using the power of crypto. And since then, it's matured a lot. And we've kind of developed it into this idea of an internet native institution. So like a non-coercive institution, an institution of sovereign individuals, people that care a lot about space and want to see progress in space. A big question that a lot of people ask themselves is, why has progress in space slowed down? And so, we're kind of a group of people that think that we should be accelerating. So the mission, or the overarching mission, is to create a self-sustaining and self-governing settlement on the moon. So as we go out of Earth's gravity, well, it's an opportunity to rethink things from the ground up, from first principles, and that's really exciting, and it's really exciting to a lot of people. And beyond that, I think that it's an opportunity to rethink how governance mechanisms work in space. Space is a shared dream. People from all over the world kind of grow up wanting to be astronauts. It kind of represents this, in people's heads, kind of like the future of humanity. So I think it's kind of a breeding ground for new ideas. We have people from all over the world that are part of the organization. And so, like I mentioned, it really just started as a meme. And I was talking to someone earlier, and the question is like, why are we here? And then we got into the answer, oh, maybe just reproduction. And then, okay, well, maybe that also extends to just creation generally. And then, okay, well, is that just memetics? And is that just memes? Or are you here for memes? So Mundo started as a meme, and we had really unexpected success. So we raised 2,600 ETH, and then were able to buy 2 tickets to go to space with Blue Origin. And then within 6 months of the organization existing, 8 months of the organization existing, we sent someone to space. Wow. So it was a very, very accelerated timeline. We had a vote. People from all over the world voted. The vote was Kobe Cotton from Dude Perfect. He's the really big YouTuber. If you'd told me at the beginning of this that I'd be sending Kobe Cotton from Dude Perfect to outer space, I would never believed you. But that's where I ended up. And that's also kind of the beauty of it too. Because it's guided by the community, it's very unexpected what things, like how people will respond to a proposal, how people will vote, what's going to happen. So it's pretty fun. So here's some key Moondao figures. We've had, these are a little bit old actually. I think we're probably at like 130 proposals now. At the time, it was 51 projects funded, almost 12,000 token holders. Most of the proposals that we fund are for community projects. So we give that money to people, and then we set them up with basically what we consider to be the best crypto tools out there. So we really try to help onboard people into crypto so that they can use the tools effectively and collaborate on these projects. We've had over 93 contributors to Moondao projects. So we have kind of, I guess, 3 main buckets of things that we do. And this isn't top down. This is just kind of like, I was looking at the proposals and trying to categorize them. One is research and development, internal tools, so improving the DAO and the DAO's process. DAOs are kind of, maybe this is an exaggeration, but DAOs are kind of a lie right now. Like, they're still very nascent. They don't really work as people expect them to. We're still working on the tools and making them better and better, more decentralized, more autonomous, and more organized. So a lot of the proposals go to improving the DAO itself. And then experiences. Space is really expensive, so actually by getting a bunch of people together, you get access to a lot of things that one individual wouldn't be able to do. So for example, we do zero gravity flights. We did that recently with an Apollo astronaut, Charlie Duke. We send people to space. We've sent people's DNA to space. With a company called LifeShip.
We did LifeShip too at the embassy.
Yeah, Ben is awesome. This is this is like a figure that's just supposed to show that like we use a governance token to fund projects. So the treasury is controlled by the community. So the community really signals where money goes, and all of it is transparent. So in my opinion, I think almost every nonprofit or every government in the future should be using tools like these so that people can track where money goes. They can track every single transaction, every dollar, and then find exactly where they're going. So the life cycle, okay. I'll be fast. Life cycle, usually, anyone can come up with an idea, and then we review them, and then they go up for vote. I've kind of gone over this. We have a bunch of different projects. These are some of our project leaders. We work pretty closely with the Open Lunar Foundation, for example, Phil has worked on lunar timekeeping protocols, which has kind of evolved into a really cool research project. This is some of the work that he's done on space-time, zero-G. We have a web app, which this is kind of where I focus the most of my energy on, is trying to improve DAOs, and we hope that it kind of extends to improving all DAOs eventually. LifeShip, and a lot of our work is really in just making crypto more accessible. So we work a lot on onboarding and helping existing space companies become a little bit more crypto native. And we're working on prize models. This is really exciting to me and something that we're focused on in the next couple quarters. And yeah, you can join the app.moonda.com, and get discounts, impact, involvement, big network, and you're in control.
We have time for a question or a comment. Let me just get a mic for the recording. Which one? Here.
Very cool. So one of the great things about DAOs is they're transparent, and they try to democratize, access, or democratize, participation, which is, I think, important for something like this. But one of the other big drawbacks is large token holders typically have an outsized vote. I'm just curious how you guys are thinking about, like, given the very large mission that you have, how you're thinking about the governance model or structure of MoonDAO.
Yeah, one of the first things that we did as an organization is we got everyone in Discord calls, and they would go on for hours and hours. They were kind of painful, yeah. But the goal of those calls were to create a constitution. So like, how do we govern ourselves? And that was like one of the central questions that we asked. So we tackle that in two ways. One, we use quadratic voting. So we take the square root of the total amount of tokens. Two, we use staked voting. So you actually, you can stake from 1 week up to 4 years. And the longer that you kind of commit to holding the token, the more voting power you get. And that decreases linearly. So if you stake for 4 years, you get the max amount, and then it goes down linearly. So that's two mechanisms that we use. And then actually, we have 3 governing bodies at MoonDAO. One of them is just the token, and then another is what we called our Senate. And you can't buy your way into that. You have to be voted by the DAO to lead a project. Yeah. So it's not the DAO Senate. Yeah. Yeah. That's, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Wonderful.
You.